This is the local and national news from Fabulous 103 FM, brought to you via YouTube. And it would be fabulous if you subscribed to our YouTube page, with the promise in the future that at different times we'll have subjects that are only available to those who subscribe. So please, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's easy. Click the subscribe button. And at the same time, click the like button too. As relationships improve between Thailand and Saudi Arabia, so the good news is that some 200,000 well-paid manual labour jobs are expected to be offered to locals here who are willing to travel to the desert nation. As working partnerships between the two countries warm up again, following decades of fallout, so it's expected that both nations will benefit from new trade and other deals. And in addition, a Saudi ambassador to Thailand is expected to be announced within 4 to 5 months. The US Defense Secretary will be in Thailand next month and is expected to meet up with the Thai Prime Minister at some stage. A whistle-stop tour may be, but there's a good chance that he will get to visit the new US consulate in Chiang, recently under construction, and allay local fears that it's planned to be used by undercover operatives alongside those who carry out normal consular activities. Earlier, the US Embassy was forced to deny claims that the rather large compound would house any more than paper pushers, and under no circumstances the CIA. In Phetchaburi, a 26-year-old has confessed to the murder of a 70-year-old woman after being caught by other members of her family stealing the old lady's money. Her own grandmother accused her of stealing from her friend. That, according to the killer, put her in a frenzy and later drove her to kill the other lady, perhaps in the hope of hiding her crime. She tried to disguise the killing to make it look as if the woman's home had been burgled. Police investigating interviewed neighbours and managed to establish the real cause of death. Meanwhile, at home and in our own region this morning, the province reported just 113 new cases of COVID detected through PCR testing and 1,627 through ATK. Nationally, the figures this morning are 5,633. In our own region, reports of 2 injured workers reached emergency services in Sriracha yesterday, but it took close to 2 hours to rescue them, not because of dense traffic or a lack of manpower, but because the men had fallen from a small tower onto a gymnasium roof, and an emergency so-called bucket lift was unavailable. With no other way of getting the men down, and neither having life-threatening injuries, they were kept up in the sun for 2 hours until the right type of vehicle arrived to lift them down to safety. Locally, markets are thriving as more and more previous supermarket customers return to the open-air stalls. Not perhaps the fault of the stores themselves, but in many cases customers have complained that for whatever reason, on several occasions, they've bought pre-packaged fruit or veg from supermarkets only to find that below the top layer, some are soft and aging. Markets, of course, display their wares and encourage customers to pick what they want. And even some eateries are said to be returning to the old days of sending staff out to buy fresh. And with the Met Office promising highs today of just 28 degrees, dropping down to 25, and a cloudy day with showers possible. Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or programme, like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below.